That's the same as not getting a vaccine.
Correct.
If you don't have a vaccine, होइन भ्याक्सिन लिएको छैन भने विदेशमा त खाना पनि पाइँदैन रहेछ,
Exactly.
रेस्टुरेन्टमा जानै पाइँदैन रहेछ
Correct.
होइन. अहिले सबै थोक म्यान्डेटरी हुन थालिसक्यो के भन्छ नि होइन, यो गरेन भने चाहिँ ल यसरी जाने भनेर होइन. कमिङ I want to jump down and go a little bit back. How was it? I'm sure a lot of people want me to go ahead and talk to you about this. How was it opening a brewery in this country?
Well, it was very easy those days, but a very tough competition among the local ones. Ours was a multinational. The brand value was different. The way they used to advertise was different, which should not be understood by the local community. Local will give a trade discount or cash margin, which we cannot give because it has to follow certain principles which have been doing in 120 countries. It was very painful. And gradually, when we started going inside the market, telling people about the market, make our product more visible, then suddenly it took probably 12 years, 13 years for us to reach to a break-even level. We had almost 12 years of painful life, and then when it started coming, it became one of the top 5 companies in Nepal, and it has been maintaining that.
What was the first liquor that he came out with? I was reading about San Miguel, and I was reading about a couple of other things too.
Well, our side was first Chubok, and then Carlsberg came, and then we took over San Miguel in 2003-4.
And gradually, that's how you moved ahead.
Correct.
When you think about breweries, right? When you think about opening something of that scale, putting in that amount of money, what are the things that goes in shareholders' mind, or what are the things that goes into establishing something of that caliber?
Number one, I would call is security. When you invest, if the policy changes tomorrow, what will happen to you? So you need prediction, confirmed prediction that, okay, what you have calculated for 5 years, 3 years, 1 year, it moves in the same line. Number two, the demand and supply has to match. If the market is oversupplied, then there is no sense for you to go to the market. You cannot create extra market. Number three, brand loyalty. You have to create your brand loyalty to the people, and people will have to accept it and become loyal to you. And then cost effectiveness. So I think these are the 4 or 5 things which you have to keep in mind and be a successful entrepreneur.
Things coming back to this, things that you and your family were thinking of when you were establishing, let's say, the banking sector, or let's say the financial sector, or let's say the brewery. What is the key element that has made your family different than the rest?
Being first.
First mover's advantage?
Yes.
Could you elaborate on this?
Well, we were the first people among other 3 business houses to start a bank. We were the first among the private sector companies to start non-life business, non-life insurance business. Before that was either government or royal family. So if you look at the common Nepali, then we were the first. Life, definitely we were a little late. We are the 3rd generation. Airlines, we started,
What really happened with that airlines, by the way?
Well, we could not sustain. The partners didn't support. They moved out, and the engines gone for overall. So we had to stop the regular flights.
Wait, how many airplanes did you have back in the day?
Oh, probably up to, if you look at even the helicopters, everything, one time we had up to 7, 8 fleets.
I had an entrepreneur who came to the podcast and who said that if you want to, from a billionaire, if you want to be a millionaire, you need to start an airlines. That's what he said.
Correct. I think it's true.
Yeah.
There are 2 things, hotel and airlines business. Very difficult to get profit. But in a hotel, the property value goes very high. In airlines, you may get bankrupt as well, because the engine cost is so high. One engine, even just to overall means re-engineering the machine, equipment, the engine, it will cost you $1 million for a simple aircraft that is required for Nepal. Don't talk about Boeings. That is exceptionally high.
So that's one thing that the family decided, okay, we're not going to pursue aviation.
Well, it was a partnership program. People didn't support. So we decided to close it down, standalone, and we closed it down standalone.
All right, so moving ahead, first mover's advantage. We're talking about that.
Yeah.
So what in majority of the sectors you were the first ones.
Yes,
So that's why you got that boost.
correct.
What if a lot
What
of
people are thinking today,
yeah.
what people thought 10 years ago, we in fact did it in 89 to 93.
What next, Ratha?
Well, it depends how technology is moving, how we conceive the technology, how broad our regulators are. Those days the regulations were less. Now it is very regulated, heavy regulated. And they don't see, they have some conservativeness that why only private sector grows, why only the merchants grow, why only entrepreneurs and businessmen are growing. We should be partner to it. So there is a negative feeling among the bureaucrats and politicians, whereby some hanky-panky they want to be our partner, and that is a barrier to the growth. Whereas the positive side is that the growth is immensely waiting for us. The technology is calling us to use them. The technology-based products are waiting for us. The global market is becoming one. It is a market of comparative advantage and competitive advantage. So one side there is a big demand for us, and one side there is a barrier of leg pulling by our own people. So how do you sustain between these two? And then it depends how you grow.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.